In 1948, the railway companies were nationalised and amalgamated to simply become British Railways, or BR. And the British mainland was divided up into 6 separate regions. In a general coordinated move, the railway companies were encouraged to convert their sombre photographic panels into artistic, colourful landscapes. Trains in Britain became mobile art galleries.
One of the reasons for standardised sizes was to make it possible for different regions' prints to be displayed in other regions' carriages, Scottish scenes appearing in southern compartments, etc. In early 1949, George Dale became the Public Relations and Publicity Officer of the new London Midland region. He set out to replace the ageing photographs and was somewhat shocked one day to still see in situ Liverpool horse-drawn trams in his sepia photographs. Eminent poster artists such as Claude Buckle, Jack Merriott and Kenneth Steele were therefore commissioned to paint scenic views of interest and beauty in their territory. Dale was also a railway historian, and he commissioned another historian and part-time artist, Cuthbert Hamilton Ellis, to paint 24 scenes of transport associated with earlier companies which formed the LMS. Known as the Travel-In series, these quaint and colourful pictures of railway history definitely drew strong responses from their viewers. Later in 1955, a set of 48 prints showing historical events in the area was commissioned from an artist agency in London. Elizabeth Fry, Henry VIII and Lady Godiva in their different surroundings were certainly a far cry from watercolour landscapes. Further prints appeared from the London Midland region towards the end of the 1950s, including some by courtesy of artists Ronald Maddox and Ronald Lampitt, affectionately known by me as the Two Ronnies series. From the early 1950s, the southern region also produced series of prints, including a fine, imaginative set of 4 of well-known trains by Richard Ward. A steady stream of landscapes continued to be issued by the eastern region by locally and nationally known artists during the late 1940s and 50s. By the mid-1950s, there were well over 200 views alone in this vast and varied series, which contained without doubt some of the finest paintings produced for carriage prints. The Scottish region also issued its own large series of prints in 1956. However, the Western region appeared hesitant, or dare I say loath, to conform to the overall policy of the other regions. After commissioning and sending out its artists in 1949, they didn't get round to producing the prints till 1954, 5 years later. The limited number of locations chosen on the Western, none for example were issued of views of South Wales, was largely due, in fact, to a commissioning error. Artists were sent out to paint many scenic panoramas, but, unfortunately, in unusable sizes. The last prints remaining in carriage panels, however, and certainly the last to be produced, were the Southern region's simple and margin-less Coast series, issued in 1965.